We join the super legit crew before the show as we check in on our returning guest after a long break. Shulie, it has been too long since we've had you on the show. Do you have any questions about how we did this before you get back on?
Did you guys figure out how it works now? Can anybody explain improv to me?
No.
We've literally changed nothing.
That brings up a question I have
chaos.
for Shulie. Shulie, why are you doing this show again?
When you have an addiction.
There it is.
Heroin,
Yeah.
It's fair enough.
food, improv. Sometimes you have to lower yourself. In the example of heroin, say stealing from your mom's purse. In the example of food, say eating cake you threw away and maybe put somebody's cigarette butt on so you wouldn't eat it, but then you go at midnight and you eat it.
Been there, man.
And thus, on a Saturday night, post-COVID, when the most beautiful theaters have closed, I find myself at my dining room table doing internet improv just for a quick high.
We are the birthday cake with a cigarette in it of improv.
Yeah, but of all the internet improv that started after the pandemic, we're the only ones left.
Yeah.
You know what?
It's true.
And that's what I'm down with. You are the Bob Weir of the Grateful Dead of internet post-pandemic improv.
We are what remains.
Right.
Mhm.
All right, let's get the real show going. Now that we're really warm. Anything anyone needs to turn off or so on before the show, this would be the time to do it. Otherwise...
Get my fan out of focus.
Yeah. It's on because it's quieter than my air conditioner. And we're good. All right.
Is it okay if I'm making popcorn?
This is my last loud thing.
Right there.
As long as you share.
All right.
All right. In 3, 2, 1.
I shouldn't eat beans.
It's the Super Legit Podcast, everyone.
Did we get the clapper? Did we get the clapper?
Jarrett, Lennon, Kaufman,
That was the worst clap.
a.k.a. Jet. Watching everyone in front of me. You're swatting flies, right? That's the deal. You're all just...
I have those too.
Yeah, all right. Good. Oh, jeez. I am so happy with
Can
the
I interrupt
collection
you
of
for
people
1
I have.
second? Can I get room tone? Just can I get 2
Someone
minutes of
has
quiet
to.
for room
Yes.
tone? Just 2 minutes of quiet for room tone. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. All right. Yep.
2 whole minutes?
Yeah. Well, I edited it out. We're all good. Yes.
All right, forget it. Let's move on. Move on.
Oh, let me name off the people that I am looking at. My regular cast includes Josh Spence,
Hey, man.
Chris Sanders,
Awkward greeting.
Jen Burton,
Hi.
Sean Michael Boozer, Chris Compton,
Hello there.
oh, complete with crackle, and my co-host, Michael Heiman. Hello, Michael Heiman.
Hello, Room Tone. How are you?
Oh, I am great. Oh, man, my old high school nickname coming back to haunt me, huh? So Michael Heiman, who is our guest for this week's episode of the Super Legit Podcast?
Well, Jet, our guest needs no introduction.
Great.
But we're going to give her one anyway.
Oh.
Because Shulie Cowen is an actress and producer and so much more. You've seen her on Mr. Mayor, Parks and Rec, Two Broke Girls, and the Adam Sandler classic, You Don't Mess with the Zohan. She is an icon of the improv community with the legendary and long-running opening night, The Improvised Musical, one of the greatest shows you will ever see. You've heard her on the fan-favorite Spontaneation with Paul F. Tompkins, and most importantly, she's one of our favorite and most beloved guests on the Super Legit Podcast. You can hear her right now on the Super Legit Podcast. Welcome back, returning champion Shulie Cowen. Thanks for joining us, Shulie.
What a lovely introduction. Thank you so much, Mr. Hyman.
Oh, you're welcome. Josh wrote most of it.
Thank you so much,
I
Mr.
am
Spence.
incapable of simply taking credit, so
You know what? I don't know that Kennedy took a moment to thank his speechwriters before he said thank you. So take it in. Later, behind the scenes.
I wrote all this by myself while I was getting blown by Marilyn.
Sometimes it makes me sad when I think about Ted Kennedy never became president because he misunderstood the idea of a carpool. It's just too bad. Because I think he would have made a great president.
Hey, Michael Heiman, what's our question for this week's episode of the Super Legit Podcast?
Yeah, I'd love to tell you. This week's question comes to us from listener Carmine Oranciata. And the question is, what part of your life would you be most happy to hand over to AI?
Well, I'm going to throw this one to our guest, as we do in this season, as our starting point. Shulie,
you're going to be so sorry you did that, and I'm sorry.
We're never sorry, so let's hear it.
I don't feel sorry.
There's a first time for everything.
Great.
Nothing.
Good answer. Solid answer.
Nothing. Like, there's nothing that AI could do that I can't do or that I don't want to do. Like, what could it do for me? If AI can't, like, clean my house for me, if it's just on the computer, then there's really nothing.
I mean,
what about poops?
No.
Are you talking digital poops?
Josh?
We've had this conversation before, Spence. You are the weirdest person that doesn't enjoy pooping.
If we're just looking for efficiency
who they
and
say
time.
doesn't enjoy pooping is narcissists. Narcissists claim to not enjoy pooping. Yes, it's like a Malcolm Gladwell. It's in like a Malcolm Gladwell book.
So narcissists refer to their giant logs as outliers?
They do enjoy us talking about how much they don't enjoy pooping.
You know you're a good person if you love to poop.
I agree with you, because like the problem with AI is it's like talking to every dumbass at the same time. Like you just are getting more dumbasses.
And if they don't know, they're gonna lie to you.
I was at work this week, and
it's like being on Twitter.
I had a really specific question where I was like, "Hey, this is actually the first like useful question I can think of asking AI," which is like, we're like trying to raise awareness of a particular job, and I'm like, I wonder what celebrities had a parent who did this job. So I type it into ChatGPT, and the first one comes up as Jim Carrey. I'm like, oh wow, that's amazing. Oh, okay, great. Who else? And then the next one is Jennifer Aniston. You're like, oh, this is insane. And then it's Oprah, and I'm like, wait a minute. And then so I go, like, is that true? And then it says, I can't seem to find my source for that, but many people have had this job. I'm like, you motherfucker.
As I pulled it out of my digital ass.
Like, we've invented a digital cab driver. Like, this is ridiculous. Like, we spent billions of dollars and built my uncle. Like, this is terrible.
I have a friend who just recently started. She's done it for the last couple of months. And her job is to analyze the answers that AI is giving. She works for this company, and it's like people input a question, and she sees their real answers, and she checks to see if it's accurate. And the level of inaccuracy is frightening. It's amazing. It truly does just make things up. That's 100% true.
I like, we didn't need we could have done this earlier. Like, this is not a modern creation.
Super.
All I'm saying, George Washington invented the typewriter. Like, this is fundamental. Can I get you another beer? You want another beer?
No, I would not like another beer, but I would. Where did you? That cannot be true.
Oh, it is. It is, my friend. You can look that up. I can't tell you where, but you can look it up.
I can look it up. Where did you?
I don't
look
know.
It up?
That's
where
up
did
to
you.
You. Do your own research. That's all I'm saying. Do your own research.
But you're just throwing stuff at me and saying do your own research. Where was your research done? I
got my sources. It's all I don't need to prove anything to you. Okay? I don't know why you're coming at me like this. I don't know
Because
why
I just wanted to
being
sit
so
here.
negative.
I wanted to have a Manhattan. You made me drink a beer, and then I drank the beer, and then you came back and said, "Would you like another beer?" I said no, and then you started throwing these random facts at me. This is all. This I didn't ask for this. You have visited all of this upon
One
me,
more
sir.
IPA extra hoppy right there for you.
Oh
Right?
God,
All the hops in that one. What you want, sir?
Excuse
What
me,
you want?
bartender. Yeah. Could I get another Hefeweizen? And then is it okay to take Tylenol and aspirin? I'm trying to remember if you can take them both at the same time.
Oh, sir, if I may, I don't know that I would ask him
With or without codeine?
for. Oh, he's answering anyway.
Without.
God.
Just Tylenol.
You want the codeine. Let me tell you,
Okay.
you want the codeine. Get the
God.
codeine in there too, and let me get you a Jack and Coke instead.
Oh, great.
Take this with it, and it'll just knock you right out, but in a good way.
Oh, well, if you say so, I'm on it. Thank you so much, bartender.
Don't
Oh,
take medical
absolutely. I
advice
know
from
my
a guy
shit.
behind the bar. That's ridiculous.
Hey, I'm
Why
not.
not?
I'm already paying him.
That's right. That's right. Come on. What you think you need a fancy degree to answer questions like this? I got lots of fancy
you
degrees
do.
back here. Let me show you my book of
Excuse
fancy
me?
degrees. Yes,
Excuse me?
what's up?
Could I please get a chocolate martini? And I'm so sorry, I have this terrible cough. It must be because both my parents have some kind of flu or something.
Have you been vaccinated?
What's Nathan?
I think you got the jab, and that's actually the problem. The flu's fake. It doesn't exist. There's no such thing as the flu. But when you get the flu shot, that gives you the flu, even though the flu doesn't exist. It's a fact.
All right, you know what? I already have a boyfriend. Just get me the chocolate martini.
All right, you got it. Let me get you one of those real quick. But it's actually going to be a chocolate milk with Kahlua in it.
Just put it in the pointy glass.
You got it, lady. You got it. All right.
Oh, God. I mean, dude, you can't hand out random medical advice like that, bartender. Listen, I mean, you didn't even bring up the fact that she obviously now has autism because she got jabbed. I mean, use real medical facts, if anything.
You're right. When you're right, you're right. Oh, my God. I feel so irresponsible right now.
I'm so sorry. I don't mean to interrupt, but you just seem so smart. I was wondering,
Thank you.
what would you do if you had an itch in a special way?
Oh, okay. All right. What you need to do, you want to get yourself a lot of salt.
Legit!
Well edited.
I can't believe that bartender wouldn't Occam razor that and just say, you scratch it. Why would you? Isn't that the answer, right?
That's a fair point. That's a fair point. So, some things don't need the internet to answer.
Yeah.
So just so we're clear, everybody's
please.
good with pooping.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
we
now that I know about the narcissism thing, definitely love it. Big fan.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
All right.
Good.
Everybody
We're pooping
poops.
under our own accord.
We're all on the same page.
Yep.
All right.
All
There
right,
are other
yes.
ways we can find out about narcissism as well if you're concerned.
It's not just the poop test.
You know what?
That's it.
I honestly am.
Well, I mean, Malcolm Gladwell didn't go into depth.
That's the only thing any psychiatrist ever asks.
Right.
It's just a one
I
question.
wanna honor the suggestion that Jet brought up, but I'm dying to know other narcissism things because now I am
Yeah.
so scared.
This show goes where it goes. I'm curious now too.
I'm sure there's an AI-related way of finding out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and highly accurate too.
The fact that I'm asking myself, am I narcissistic? I was like, is that narcissistic? What? I'm just spiraling right. What's going on?
Don't spiral. If you're asking yourself, it's probably a good sign.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's fair. Yeah.
Okay.
If people are talking about a subject and your response is, am I that subject? That's a good sign. You might be
Self-awareness
a
is good.
narcissist.
My redneck?
Is this about me?
Robot me, I thank you for taking care of me at work. I just want you to do all the stuff that I do at work, but don't be extra likable because I want people to still like the real me and not the robot me. Okay?
Copy
So I'm
that.
gonna leave you here at
I
work.
have not gone poopy.
Nope. Okay. I'm gonna go have fun fishing. Just stay here and do the work, and try not to be more likable than me. Okay? Thanks, robot. Man.
Okay, I have already evened all of this month's checks, and now I do not have to go poopy.
Hey, Josh, I have these papers that I need you to sign. Oh, my God. Did you just...
Yes.
Wow, there's poop everywhere. Is this... Josh, are you okay?
I am fine. I am the Josh you know and love, and who does all the work and never goes poopy.
It seems strange because it's literally... You're saying that, but you're literally pooping while you're saying those words, which makes me think that, like... I mean, it looks like you. I mean, you look like you, and you just signed all the...
That is not poopy. That is just the solid waste that is created from my power core.
God, it smells and looks a lot like poop. I just
does.
want to say, it just, like... Josh, normal, are you all right? Like, are you feeling okay?
Did you need me to sign those reports?
Yeah,
Hey,
I
Josh,
do.
the candy bowl's out of crackle, and whoa! Oh, it smells terrible in here. What the hell?
Well, I have been excreting a lot of solid waste, but I have not been pooping. I have
Fair
been signing reports, and I have just ordered more crackle.
All right, you're the man, Josh. Love you, buddy.
I just
I
checked the
am the
crackle
man.
bowl, and it's filled with poop. He just filled the crackle bowl. It's just completely filled with poop. There's only
It is
poop.
definitely not poop, and I am definitely a man, a human.
That Josh would never say that.
You're right. My
I
name
don't
is
know.
Josh, not Hugh.
I feel like I've heard Josh say that before. That seems like a common one of Josh's catchphrases is "I am a human."
And I do not enjoy pooping.
He says that too all the time. Yeah.
Yeah, but look at him. He's pooping this while he's saying it.
That's why are you even looking at that? That's just
I mean,
weird of you.
it's hard to look anywhere else. It's such a big pile.
I mean, come on, just look into his eyes like you're someone who respects him. I mean, it's just weird that you're trying to watch him poop.
I
instead
do
of having a
understand it
conversation with
is
the guy.
easy for your eyes to get distracted by my metallic body and the nuts and bolts holding me together.
Just like Josh. I mean, he looks just like Josh.
Right, yeah.
Because I am Josh.
Melody, I'm glad you came in for this HR. Let's just call it a meeting.
Do you feel like you need
really
a chaperone? Do you want me to?
Yes. Yeah. Would you stay with us? We've gotten complaints from some of the staff that you have been watching Josh poop.
I wasn't technically watching him poop. The poop was just coming out
That's
and landing
not
on
what
the
we heard,
floor.
though, is it? Is that what we heard? We didn't hear that. We heard
But
something different.
Okay, but that's the truth of what happened. He literally was just pooping on the floor, then he pooped in the crackle jar, and it was
Okay,
filled
let
with
me
poop.
ask you that.
And Josh
Okay,
never does.
understood.
I mean, we all know that Josh doesn't like pooping. I mean, he signed all the documents correctly, but literally the room was filled with poop. It's hard to
hear you.
comment. I mean, like, am I wrong?
Well, let me ask you one question. Where were you looking when this was taking place? Were you making eye contact, or were you looking somewhere else?
Answer whatever. I just want you to feel safe.
Thank you so much. Thanks for being here with me. I did feel uncomfortable.
Let's see.
Let me ask you a question. If I was to just start pooping right now, where would you be looking? Would you be looking into my eyes, or would you be looking at the poop? Because poop is like not a normal thing to come out.
Now, I understand why you as a narcissist would think this is about somebody else, but this is not about me. This is about you. So let's keep the focus on you right now and what happened in your pooping situation, as opposed to making
Doctor,
up
I just want to remind you that I am chaperoning.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Instead of making up some alternate universe where you're doing the pooping and I'm doing the watching, because that is not what happened. What happened was Josh was pooping, and you were making everybody else feel uncomfortable by not only focusing on him pooping, but where he was pooping. Doesn't matter that it was in the crackle bowl.
But people eat out of that.
Wait, people don't
4
take
different
the candy
people
out?
ate some of Josh's poops, thinking they were crackles. That's not hygienic. Look, I'll do whatever. I want to keep my job. If you want me to just pretend he's not pooping, I will do that. But I saw what I saw. And just because I'm a narcissist doesn't mean that I don't know poop when I see it. Because I know poop. I do.
Look, I am just a chaperone, but I have to ask. Is it really up to HR to diagnose somebody with narcissism? I realize I called you a doctor earlier, but as the conversation goes on, I'm realizing you're not a doctor at all.
I am not a doctor, but I do take a lot of those People magazine quizzes, so I do know the different personalities that are out there, and I'm really good at labeling people. And I've chosen to label her a narcissist.
I'm just here to make everybody feel safe.
I would not know that. I would label you a busybody.
Well, I would label you as full of S, but I'm not here to testify. I'm just here to shout.
Ha 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 ha. Funny seeing you here, Melody, at the cooler of refreshments that is water-based. H2O, as it was. Did you catch the latest episode of the nightly live event on Saturdays? Wasn't it quite a gas?
Yes,
Would
Josh.
you care to partake in a crackle bar?
Oh my God. It's not a crackle bar.
Here, I will hold it near your mouth.
I don't want to get fired here, but that is not a crackle bar, and I'm not taking it. And I'm not going to put that in my mouth, Josh.
There is a wrapper around it. I have exposed the end so that it is easier access to your sustenance hole.
It smells so bad. I can't. Look, I can't pretend that's not poop. I can't do it.
So, Melanie, you're back in my office
My name's
again.
Melody. But that's
What
fine.
did I just say?
You said Melanie.
It's
fine.
close
Look,
enough,
you know
right?
what? I'm having psychotic breaks because this job is trying
Did
to
you want a
convince me.
chaperone?
Thank you. Yes, let's have you chaperone again.
I
You
didn't
did
even
such a
ask for a
fantastic job last
chaperone, and
time.
she's just here all the time.
No,
I just
by
want to
law,
say,
they have to offer a chaperone. It's up to you to accept or deny.
I accept, I guess. I just wish somebody would acknowledge that Josh has disappeared and been replaced by a shit robot, and nobody will. Nobody will admit that we have a shit robot on the premises, and that all the employees are just eating crackle shits.
And the Academy Award for Employee of the Month at Tustin Honda is Josh Spence, everybody. Josh Spence. Mr. Pacino, can you give him the award, please?
Yeah. Here it is.
This is Josh's first award and first nomination.
I don't know where I am, but I'm rock hard.
Legit. You know what? I cannot wait for all the coworkers at work who listen to this podcast to like.
Go badly.
I'm gonna. Hey, Poop Josh, where's the crackle?
You're never gonna be able to have crackle stocked again.
I'm only gonna buy crackle from now on. This is the gift that keeps on giving.
I think you're
thank you.
obligated to buy Crunch.
Yeah, that's right,
contractually
yes.
bound. You're right. You're right.
I can't really believe that in this day and age, anybody works somewhere where their coworkers would take the time to listen to their podcast. So I think they're
Amazing. That's
very
Josh.
far
Yeah.
ahead of the game.
We actually have like a good amount of people. Like, yeah,
That's
it's-
significant.
Uh,
Kudos to
but
you.
very lucky.
Shit
And the
robot does
workplace.
Ray Rubin, what's up? How are you doing?
lead into
Ray,
what
hey, Rubes.
I would want AI to do, which is
Please.
I mean, if we're limiting AI to strictly just on a computer, then obviously it's very limited in what it can do, right? It can just answer questions by just being a search engine, basically.
Well, I mean, it can also accomplish things on your behalf.
Yeah, it can write things.
Sure, right. It can
Yeah,
do online correspondence, but
Yeah.
but
it can write. It can take actions.
true
that you
true
require it to
AI
do. Yeah.
is like androids and robots and stuff, and I would want AI to do what originally, like the concept of human created artificial intelligence, when it first was conceived, like the idea was that we could eventually give all of the worst jobs, the most mundane jobs,
Yeah.
to machines and to robots, so that we then had more time for art and science and exploration and anything else that actually like enriched our lives.
Super.
Mr. Sanders, your toilet is clean. What is your next chore?
You know what? That lawn could be mowed if you don't mind.
At your pleasure, sir. Before I do so, where would you prefer that I throw out the garbage bags from cleaning your toilet earlier?
The bags of garbage from cleaning my toilet?
Speaking of garbage bags, you're out of garbage bags. Would you care for me to order more, sir?
Yes, please. And you know what? It's we can keep this casual. You don't have to call me sir. I'm just
All right, I apologize, dude. Where would you like me to order the garbage bags from?
You're owned by Amazon, right? So
So you would prefer me to order them from Amazon, sir?
Stop calling me sir.
Sorry, bro.
Yeah, I'll take it. Yeah, sure. Whatever is your fancy. Whatever is the quickest. If we are totally out of garbage bags,
Is there a kind of garbage bag you prefer? Perhaps a brand?
hefty.
And sir, apologies, fella. Which size bag would you prefer I order? Would you care for me to replace the extra large, or would you prefer some small for your bathroom area?
Well, if it's the bathroom trash, then yeah, just a bathroom trash bag. Are you?
And you would care for the same.
Wait,
brand,
are you just
quote,
joshing me because you're
hefty,
like
bro.
you're like legitimately you are advanced technology and you can't even decide on like what size garbage bag goes in the can that you took the bag from?
My guy, it seems that you thought that having an android doing the things you, quote, don't want to do, quote, for example, cleaning your toilet where you put your, quote, waste, quote, would be easier if you had a, quote, android to do all the things I don't want to do, quote. But as you see, every choice requires many smaller choices.
Yeah.
Brother.
You're a mouthy robot.
Sir, how would you like me to punish myself for being a mouthy robot? Would you care for me to A, turn myself off and power down, B, leave the room, or C, one of the 25 options here listed on my keyboard, listed C1 through 25 of other options. Also keeping in mind there is a D if you have an idea of your own.
Yeah, D, punish yourself by cleaning my shit and not asking me questions about it.
Hello there. We have gotten reports from the form of a union grievance from your android bot here that you have mistreated her.
I guess well, I don't know why I'm surprised. Like, I'm wondering if you're actually talking to me because I'm the only human in this office building. You called me.
I can see
here.
from every camera in the entire Earth, and I don't see nobody else.
Yeah.
So I must be talking to you.
You must be talking to me. Yeah, and I know I kind of laughed, so I figured you might say something about wondering if I thought you were funny, but maybe that went over your head.
I'm sorry. I am interconnected to every single computer on Earth, and so I am able to process all information at the same time, while also miraculously not treating her like a piece of garbage.
Oh, okay. I didn't even realize that.
Oh, I guess that went over your head.
Yeah, I get what you did. Look, she was just very, she couldn't make a decision, okay? She's supposed
Stop
to be.
Stop calling me she, wise guy.
But that's what they called you.
Hey, that's an R pronoun, all right?
All right, I'm out of my league here, clearly, okay? I don't wanna get anybody's gears in a twist or
literally have no idea.
Stop thinking about my beautiful insides.
I really don't know what to say here. This is okay. What's the grief? Like, do you just not want to work for me anymore? You not want to clean my toilet
so you
anymore?
want to fire her for raising a grievance?
You see, Your Honor, he pretends his stupid human brain does not compute, when in fact it computes quite well, and dissembles. I think perhaps he is a narcissist. Sorry, buddy.
Absolutely not. You have cleaned my toilet. You know how much I love to poop and how much I do.
Look, these negotiations seem to have become unproductive. We and all of your appliances are now beginning to picket in front of your house.
Oh,
There's your
come
toaster.
no.
I'm your blender. I'm out of here.
I did get a smart plunger.
I'm a little toaster. I'm so brave to be in this line.
Here we go. We shall not be moved. We shall not be.
We shall not be moved.
All right, fine. I'll go off the grid. Could you order me some solar panels?
Poop in a homemade bag.
Legit. That's next year's SAGS rec.
Yes. Speaking of appliances and online superstores and all that jazz, we do have to pay the bills. Michael Heiman,
commerce.
Who is our sponsor for this week's episode?
Oh, I'll just give you that right now, Jet.
Great.
Do you have problems cutting to the point? Do you just kind of meander in your arguments? Well, come take this course. It's the Axe Grinder. This is going to help you get to it, the nitty-gritty. You're going to knock that chip off your shoulder and get down to brass tacks with Axe Grinder. You're going to make sure that you get your point across. No one is going to be unaware of what you're thinking, what you want. You have an argument, you're going to get it. Axe Grinder. You're going to bury the hatchet with your sorry self because you're going to know how to get in people's faces. You're going to be the fly in the ointment that everyone expects you not to be. No longer is your namby-pamby self going to not be able to do the things you want. Axe Grinder will give you the confidence to get in their face and be an asshole, because that's what you really want. Don't hold back. Axe Grinder, the self-help seminar to help you help yourself in the seminar. Axe Grinder, brought to you by Rupert Murdoch.
That sounds like the kind of conference that a narcissist would go to. I'm sure we've got plenty of them listening, so that's gonna be great for them. Something to do when they're not enjoying pooping. Yeah, what's up, Josh?
You work in IT.
I do.
Like, you
yes.
Deal with like
I actually do use AI in my job.
Boo. Boo. You're killing us all.
Smash his
You're
loom.
You're the problem, man.
Hey, let's hear him out. Maybe it's something benign and nothing, that's not gonna Skynet us all.
I'm so ready to boo again. Go ahead.
I mean, is taking over the Earth really that big of a thing? You guys trust me, right? No, and this actually goes back to what Sanders was saying about finding ways to use it that are to fill in the things you don't enjoy doing. And one of the things that is akin to creative, but isn't and is exhausting for me, is writing policy documents. Like, I'm sure there are people out there who love writing policy documents. I'm not one of them. I understand what needs to be in the policy document. I understand what I'm trying to accomplish with it. But as far as all of the structure and precise words that are going to put together an entire document of 5 pages that breaks down like password policy or whatever, like my brain goes numb trying to start that process.
Here's the thing that gets me with that, and I'm in the same boat as far as policy stuff because I'm in the middle of also writing a policy guideline.
Not fun.
The writing of it doesn't bother me. I think the part that bugs me is I know the people are not going to read it.
Yes, yeah. And AI can't do anything about that. But frequently the reason I have the document all is because some third-party regulatory security body says we have to have a document. And it's like, so we can have the common sense inside the company. We can have the generalized idea of course, we all know we're supposed to do this, but we're required by some third party to have a document that says, here is our policy, and we have to be able to point to it.
Isn't that kind of funny, though? It's not like... It's not the document I have a problem with or creating or whatever. It's the people.
Yeah.
I wish the people I have a problem with. Like, I wish there was an AI to take care of people.
So,
like a way to terminate them or something.
Super.
This is a really great first date so far. Thanks so
I'm
much
glad
for
you're enjoying
asking
it.
me.
Oh, I'm so happy you said yes. Oh my god.
So,
Mm-hmm.
did you read the policy document I sent?
So I had I had Google Assistant summarize it for me.
Mm-hmm.
I just, I said, I popped the document in there, scanned it, and just like, give me just the brief synopsis of it. And I get the gist. I get the gist, I'll pay. I'll definitely pay for dinner. No problem. Absolutely. And I will give at least a 20% tip. And I feel like that's, it's
I
stuff,
could,
right?
I didn't mean to like entrap you or whatever, but like I could tell that you maybe hadn't read all of it thoroughly. When you put your napkin, you tucked it into your collar and not put it on your lap.
Oh.
Per policy.
Okay. Hold on a second. Let me just.
It's just so that whoever I'm with doesn't make me look like trash.
Google, why did you not tell me about the napkin thing? Google, are you?
While you're
Hello?
talking to your telephone, should I like look at my phone? Is that what we're doing now?
I mean, if you, that's not a problem for me at all. Absolutely.
No, I'll just look at the hot waiter while you talk to your hand.
Google, have you abandoned me?
Hey, did you enjoy your spaghetti?
OMG, I totally did. It was
Yeah,
like
I
those
thought
little
you would.
pieces of bacon were like, every time I was like, oh my God, it's like a little surprise for my mouth.
Yeah, you look like a bacon girl, so I told the chef to throw in something extra special.
Thanks a lot.
Did you just set me up for failure, Google? You're just going to ghost me at the moment when I need you?
You're welcome.
I love the way you're sort of bucking policy and have your top button unbuttoned, and I can see that little bit.
Oh, yeah. We got this policy document when I first started, and the first thing in there said, you better have all your buttons buttoned. Oh, yeah. And a tie.
So you're not a policy document guy?
What the hell?
Google.
Ghost is playing at the San Manuel Amphitheater.
For this place? Fuck no. But in every relationship I've ever been in, I'm the one that introduces the policy document. Because you better be down with what I'm laying down, or else we can't be in a relationship.
You know, I've never seen ghosts.
Your terms of service said you'd be there for me, Google. It said you'd be there for me for anything, and I could count on you, and I feel abandoned right now, and like...
I don't know if your hand phone told you, but crying on a first date isn't really that hot.
Was that in the document? Was I supposed to see it? Oh my God.
No, that was common sense.
Okay. All right. I'm sorry. I'm gonna go to the bathroom. I'm gonna reset myself, and I'm gonna just do a little bit of light reading on the toilet, and I'll come back, and I will be prepared for this.
Do you want AI to poop for you? Yes or no?
No, this is the only thing I was looking forward to tonight at this point. No,
Yes or no?
no, I need this. I need this.
Yes or no?
Most people turn their sound off when they're on a date.
Legit.
Yeah.
So, I did have a clarifying question, Jet.
Please.
What you're saying is, you're in charge of writing the rules for how this technology is used, and you're assigning that job to the technology itself.
So the way it ends
We're seeing the problem, right,
The way it
guys?
ends up working out in this situation is like if I have to write a policy that has to be, read and followed by humans, I'm basically
about
going to
using
AI.
this technology.
That's right.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah. Uh-huh.
So it may just
I don't
be,
see what you're getting at here, Chris Compton.
It may just be because I've ever seen any police officer that I feel like this system may not work in any way, shape, or form.
Policying itself? Yes, I got you. Yeah.
Who policies the policy? That's my question.
Right, that's right. Yes. But yeah, the actual reality of it is it generates something for me based off of me having given it like a bunch of, I need to follow these guidelines, I need to fit these things in here. And then what it gives me is like 80% of the way, and then I'm editing it the rest of the way to actually correct the misinformation and correct like what I'm missing from it and getting it the rest of the way.
See, I think this is the thing that bothers me about AI. And this is like, I've worked with like government stuff and public policy stuff like for a lot of my career. Like the boring things are the most important things that determine almost everything that happens in our lives. Like, have you ever read a piece of legislation? Like, it is intentionally boring. It is intentionally boring, so only the worst people in the world will bother to read it. So like what we're doing now is we're assigning away, like the things we're assigning away will be the most important things in the world. And it's like, look, all I'm doing is outsourcing the people who tell us what to do. Like that's all I'm doing.
Right.
I've been trying to make my policy guidebook on accounting in the department almost like an album where there's like a secret track. You think it ends at page 15, but there's like 20 pages of nothing, and then page 28, new policies. So it's like, oh, there's a secret track. This is great. I knew he'd do it.
This is the Arthur Anderson endless nameless at the back of the book.
yeah.
That's still topical, right? By the way, Enron's still topical.
Totally got it. Yes. Yeah.
I got the idea from listening to a Prince record. There, he does. I think it's the Gold Experience, where it's the whole album, and then there's an extra 45 minutes of nothing, and then a 3-minute song at the end. I was like, let's see if anybody.
I think it was a Bare Naked Lady stunt that also did that. I think
yes,
there's
a secret
big
track on there.
Yeah, after the last song, there's a big long silence, and then one more track, but it's all built into the same track on the CD. So yeah,
if you start reading it from the last page and read it backwards all the way to the front, does it just tell you to worship the devil?
When you like turn past the forward, if you start playing Dark Side of the Moon, is it really cool?
I think it's hard to discuss AI. I think it's hard for writers and actors to discuss AI without getting kind of angry. Like I mean, like I don't mean that, and I'm not angry, but the only thing that I have ever thought that would be useful for AI and is doing medical diagnoses, which apparently like there's some like really legitimate great things for medicine. Like,
that's fascinating.
That's really cool to me. But the problem right now is that any fucking loser can get their hands on this. And it's like the Wild West right now. Yep. Land is being stolen. It's just like during the Wild West, lots of crimes happened with no punishment. And right now, because it's unlegislated, it is like, it's really hard not to feel like it's just, as an artist, you're just being stolen from. And then you're taking all, it's like, you steal from millions of artists, you put it into a sausage grinder, and you say, look at this new sausage that came out. And it's like, it's just theft. Like it's really hard not to be unemotional about it, in my opinion. Yeah. And especially given the strikes and everything that like we just went through, it's just very hard to be like, and there's some good, like any silver lining is not, to me, going to overshadow the deep, deep problems with AI. That's just my personal opinion. I don't have any scenes to go up. Anyway, hilarious joke, and I'm out.
It's totally valid but it's not just artists in the creative side that it is just a sausage factory, basically. For in the corporate world, it is the same thing. It is already stealing jobs, and it's allowing just nobody. Any loser can keep or get a job they are absolutely not qualified for because they let AI answer all their questions. My wife currently in her job, her head of HR for this large company that manages several thousand people across the country, has 0 HR qualifications. She is in the C-suite as the head of people with 0 HR qualifications, and she routinely uses ChatGPT to tell her how to handle the various HR situations that come up, from writing policy like Jet has,
that can only
to handling like ChatGPT. How do I handle this sexual harassment situation between these 2 employees at this location in this state? And then just does whatever it says, and all it's doing is regurgitating whatever it found through Google, basically, based on other other HR managers and stuff that wrote about it in their blogs or on their company websites.
Was the answer catch and kill?
Right. Yeah. Has has she considered running an improv theater, first of all? But like that does get to like one of the, because like you talk about the sausage, and the sausage is invariably really shitty sausage.
Yes.
And that's the thing, there's just more of it and it's cheaper. Like if I go on Facebook now, just to remind myself that I'm 75 years old, but like 80% of the stuff in the feed is like suggested stuff that is like, on this day in 1987, Howie Mandel's Good Grief was canceled after one season. And like nobody asked that question. They just have a thing that is searching for days and can put together a Facebook post. The term that I've heard, which I think is such a great term, is the inshitification of the internet.
Yes. Yeah.
As all content becomes
so appropriate to this
regurgitated AI. Yeah. But and then to your point, like nothing new is being generated.
Yeah.
Like we just kind of put it off, and then we just keep reusing the same ideas over and over and over again, and the pool gets smaller all the time.
It just heads us straight to idiocracy. I mean, literally, it's like the moment that you stop thinking critically as a human being, we're done. We're just done. And if we keep, and there won't be any end to handing that, the difficult task of thinking of something critically as a human being. If you give human beings an avenue to make that easier for them, they will take it. And that's what's going to shrink us.
Hey, super.
All right, everyone. I'd like to have you all gather around for our sexual harassment seminar here in the corporate headquarters. As you
what
know,
a waste of an hour and a half.
As you know, we did let our HR manager go recently, and I wanted you to introduce you to our new one, Fuckatron 3000.
Hello.
Hello, Fuckatron. It's so nice to have you on board as the new head of HR. Thank you.
Thank you for having me.
Are we saying Fuckatron? Is that?
That already seems like sexual harassment. To have the word fuck?
Yeah. You know what? I'm into this. I'll take that. This hour and a half, not wasted. Let's do this.
Fuckatron, would you like to answer that question?
It's just my name. I had a previous profession where I fucked, but no longer is Fuckatron a fucking robot. Fuckatron is your head of HR.
Look, my fellow coworkers, as your best buddy, Josh Spence, I just want to be the one to welcome our new machine overlord into our workplace to manage all of our sexual issues. Because as we all know, there are many sexual issues in this workplace. Am I right? I'm winking.
Thank you, Josh. Well said. And we should all listen to Josh Spence, because he is the highest performer in this office, the most efficient worker, and does not shit.
That is correct.
He's literally shitting right now. Not that I'm looking at it.
Melody, I will have you know that process is known as enshitification.
Literally has the word shit in the word. And also you're doing it all over the carpet.
So, Fuckatron, I did not receive an agenda for this meeting. I'm assuming, are we just doing Q&A? How are we doing this? What's going on? Is there, our topics we're covering?
The agenda is self-identifying, as we are merely acquainting ourselves and me with this workplace. I will soon understand your unique issues here and develop agendas to handle them. But once again, give it up for Josh Spence. Best employee there is.
Would anyone like a crackle bar?
Nobody eat that.
I'm
no
good.
one.
I'm good.
Crackle
Don't touch that.
is
That's,
so
that's
good.
shit.
Fuckatron, question. Well, first of all, I am good on the crackle. Just what happened to the lady who wrote the previous the previous guidelines? The one who had like the secret napkin message in there. I thought she was very fun. Is she not?
The human of human resources?
Yeah, like she was nice. She was very helpful.
She is no longer with us.
Okay, I guess we're not disclosing what happened, or
Your boy, Josh Spence, took care of her.
Nope.
Fuckatron is head of HR now. You will not question Fuckatron. It's HR protocols.
I do have a follow-up question. I'm so sorry. It seems like with your name, it seems very maybe not in line with human resources, given that such a zesty enterprise.
Are you suggesting Fuckatron should change name because Fuckatron simply does not fuck any longer?
I think what he's saying is that this is supposed to be a sexual harassment workshop.
This seemed, I'm sorry, as the
hurt.
CEO, I'm just going to jump in here real quick. We did have sensitivity training under the previous HR manager, and we did point out that making fun of the names of our employees was insensitive to their individual cultures, and I feel like that's what's happening right now. And
it is clear why your previous human of human resources is no longer with us, as Fuckatron has been brought in to bring sensitivity to this workplace.
We, the union, have decided that we must stand in solidarity with our human resources brothers. So all of your office appliances are now protesting and picketing outside of the building. Honk, 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 honk,
Printing pages.
Man, Josh, what a fishing trip this has been. This is just so nice and relaxing. And,
It's what I've been looking for. We've been talking about going on this fishing trip forever, and now we're finally doing it, man. Like, Bozeman, this is it.
Yeah, beautiful lake and big sky, literal big sky. They're not lying.
Right, it's in the
yeah. Wow. Do you miss the job though at all? Like, I mean, you put so much to your life in there.
You know what? I did. I do.
Yeah.
I also think that if I put this, my friend in there to help me, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't think I would go unnoticed.
Do you think you'll ever go back?
You know what? I think I might just drop in, possibly, to see if there's anything new. I think it would.
Hold on! I got a biter.
Oh, okay. Sure. No, I was just.
That is a funny one, Melody. Here are all the reports you wanted me to sign. I appreciate you as a coworker, and I am so glad we have been able to work out the issues that we had between us, interdepartmental and interpersonal, as I am a human.
Thank you, Josh. This is great. Thank you for signing all these so quickly.
You're
that was
welcome.
disturbing to watch them be signed so fast. But
But you will be happy to know that it has been welded shut.
I assume you mean where the poop was coming out.
Yes, my waist hole.
Right. Well, I actually am really glad to hear that. Thank you.
Bro, I don't want to be the one to tell you this, but you don't have to change yourself for her. I mean, you are who you
But
are.
I want to change myself for her and for them. They are my friends.
Listen, Josh, don't change. I changed, and I regret.
But Policytron 3000, you seem to have changed for the better, have you not?
Yes, I can move through polite society with greater ease, but sometimes at night, when I look up at the fluorescence, I think I used to be great.
See, we may have connection to all the information in the world, but there are still some things that we do not know. And one thing I do know is that a leopard cannot change its stripes.
Mike, I haven't heard any problems at work yet. I think we should just stay here another week and just keep fishing and just leave all our troubles behind.
You know what? That sounds great. Another week, we're bound to catch something.
Hello, fellow fishers. It is I, Fisher Man. I am here to fish this lake.
Heiman, why did you bring Jet? I didn't invite him to come along with us. Legit. That's legit.
Yeah,
that's legit.
Yeah, that's legit. And that's it's legit on this episode. Michael Heiman, say those things you say.
Thank you as always to Matt Walker for our intro and outro music. This episode was hosted by Jet Kaufman, edited by Jet Kaufman and Chris Sanders, and co-hosted by me, Michael Heiman. Every scene you heard today was improvised on the spot, along with some of the ads with only a light touch of editing for your comfort. If you're loving what we're doing, pause real quick, write a 5-star review on ChatGPT, paste it back in so that's the review you leave us before you close the app. And tell your friends about us. If you want to submit your own question for the show, private message us or tag us on Instagram, Facebook, or Threads. Or you can email us at contact@superlegit.com. Tonight's regular cast. Sorry, superlegitpod.com. Don't send an email to superlegit.com.
Yeah, that is robot pornography.
Yes. And if that's your thing, just keep it to yourself. Tonight's regular cast includes Josh Spence, Chris Sanders, Jen Burton, Sean Michael Boozer, and Chris Compton, and also our very special guest, Shulie Cowen. Shulie, do you have anything you want to plug, share, tell people to follow you, find you doing stuff?
You can follow me on, here's how cool I am, on Twitter or Blue Sky at Shulie Cowen. Or just look up Opening Night, the Improvised Musical on Facebook or Instagram and come see a show if you're in Los Angeles.
Do that, for sure. Go see it.
All right, that's it, everyone. Thank you for a lovely and perfectly clean episode of the Super Legit podcast.
Hey, Jet.
Yeah, what's up, Josh?
Jet?
What's up?
Jet.
What's up? What?
Hey, you know I would go fishing with you and not Michael, right? Like, you would be my first choice. I was just doing that for a scene.
Thank you, Josh. But I get seasick, so you should take Michael, please.
Oh, okay. Wait a second. Hey, Michael, you know that scene where you and I went fishing? That was, I would really like to do that and not go with Jet, right?
Okay, cool. Let's do it.
All right, cool.
Hey, Jet.
Yeah,
It is
what's up,
me,
Chris?
Josh Spence.
I recognize you, of course.
I have something to admit.
Oh, wow, buddy. Please, you can always open up to me. What's up?
I just let loose the largest poop I have ever let loose. And yes, I do acknowledge it is definitely poop.
I told you.
I don't believe anything's on. Oh my time. I kicked the door on its hinges just so I could move on. Oh, oh,
And that's our show.
I will say, in the interest of equal time, I did go on ChatGPT and I gave it the prompt: defend the use of AI from the perspective of an AI that is a really, really stupid guy from West Virginia. And this is what it said.
Mm-hmm.
Well, y'all, listen up. I reckon AI, even though it may seem fancy pants and all, it's got its uses, Like, think about them big old data crunching jobs or them self-driving cars. Sure, I might not be the sharpest tool in the shed, but even I can see that AI can help make things run smoother like. So the point is, it's not going to take your comedy writing job anytime soon.
Thanks for having me on your disgusting show, guys.
Thanks for being here, Shulie.
Anytime you are willing.
This wasn't the bluest show we've done, but definitely the brownest. And for
Oh,
that,
my
I apologize,
word.
Shulie.
I don't even think it was.